Hey everybody, it's Pampered Chef with Becky, and I wanted to share with you a super yummy recipe, potatoes au gratin. So I had some potatoes that I wanted to use up, and I was looking at making either scalloped potatoes or potatoes au gratin. And if I'm being honest, I wasn't really sure what the difference was. I thought that maybe they were interchangeable, but I found out that they're not. So the difference between scalloped potatoes and potatoes au gratin is cheese. Plain and simple cheese. Yummy, delicious cheese. Yes, I said it, cheese. So potatoes au gratin have layers of cheese in them along with cream, whereas scalloped potatoes is primarily a flour cream that you pour over the potatoes. So I decided, because I had some fontina cheese and some cheddar cheese and some Parmesan cheese, that we were going to do potatoes au gratin. And I wanted to share with you a Pampered Chef product that really truly, actually a couple of Pampered Chef products that really makes it super easy to make something like scalloped potatoes or potatoes au gratin. So what we have here, we have our Rapid Prep Mandolin, and this is a fairly new Pampered Chef product, and it is so amazing because it has a little container to catch the potatoes, and on the back you can choose to do slices, you can choose to do like julienne potatoes, or French fries. So what we're doing is we're going to do sliced potatoes, and then we're going to adjust for the thickness. Now I want to make mine super thin so that they cook more quickly. So I'm going to put them, I'm going to start with a 2. So there's a 1 setting and an 8 setting. So if I wanted them really thick, okay? So actually I will share with you what an 8 looks like. And all we have to do is put the container in the back like so. And actually, I'm going to move this off. I had grated some cheese, and I'm going to show you our cheese grater in a second. But before we do that, I want to share with you how cool this Rapid Prep Mandolin is. And it's totally safe because you put the food holder in and you have a chute so that your fingers never get close to the blade. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is. So right now I have it on an 8 thickness, which means it's going to be super thick. But I just want to show you the difference, okay? So we're going to put the potato in the chute like this. And then we're just going to push this down, okay? Now I'm going to show you how thick this potato is. Do you see how thick that is? Okay, so now I'm going to show you, if I change the setting on the back, the dial on the back, all the way to a 2, I'm going to show you, because that's what I think I want, is a 2 setting, okay? So actually I need to pull this off real quick, okay? And we're going to put that back on like so. And now we are going to do our potatoes. Easy that is. Now, this is the thickness of a 2. Okay. So, we're going to take some of these. I'm going to put them in the bottom of a 2-quart, our 2-quart enameled cast iron baker. We're just going to put a bunch of potatoes in the bottom here. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. And as I mentioned earlier, it's layers. So we're going to do layers of cream and cheese. So I'm going to do the rest of my potatoes. And I think I actually might change the thickness to a 1 because I think I want them a little thinner. Okay. And so remove my... Okay, and now as I get this down, do you see how easy it is to slice potatoes? when you have the Rapid Prep mandolin. So incredibly easy. And now I'm going to do the last potato. And then I'm going to show you what our sauce is. The sauce is just heavy whipping cream. And we want about 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Now you can make it a little bit healthier by doing maybe half and half and milk instead of heavy whipping cream. But you really truly do want as much fat as possible because that's what gives it the creaminess and the ooey gooey. So look at all of our potatoes. How cool is that? Okay, so we have our potatoes that were sliced with the Rapid Prep mandolin. And unfortunately, yes, I know that some of these potatoes might take a little bit longer to cook than the others, and that's totally okay. Okay, so we gotta do 3 layers. So there's my first layer. In the bottom, I have about 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. And to this, we are going to add my secret ingredient. So the secret ingredient is Pampered Chef's new garlic Parmesan olive oil. The recipe I found suggested butter and that we add garlic and that we do some Parmesan cheese. So I thought, I bet you our Parmesan garlic oil would be delicious in place of butter. So I'm going to do a couple of tablespoons of our garlic Parmesan olive oil instead of butter to our heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to add some garlic using our garlic press. So the beautiful thing of Pampered Chef's garlic press is that you don't have to peel the garlic. You can put the garlic in, peel and all, and then you use the tool that comes with the garlic press to scrape the garlic and get the peel out from inside of the garlic press so that you never have to even touch the stinky garlic and get garlic all over your fingers. So I'm going to do a couple of cloves of garlic. The recipe called for 2, so I'm going to do 3 because I also use that garlic Parmesan oil. Okay, we're also going to, and I'm going to give this a little stir with one of our scrapers. One of the reasons I love our scrapers, our scraper collection, is because here's 2 of my favorite scrapers, the Mixin' Scraper and the small Mixin' Scraper. The reasons I love scrapers is because they are heat safe, so you can use them in your hot skillets and they won't melt, but they are also stain resistant. So you don't have to worry about getting all stained when you use them in your spaghetti sauce. And then another ingredient I'm going to add to our cream mixture is about 1.5 teaspoons of our garlic and herb rub, because I really want these potatoes to be packed with flavor. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get some salt and pepper, and we're going to salt and pepper each layer, right? We don't want to, we've got to make sure we salt and pepper the layers. Salt and pepper. Then we're going to do some thyme, some fresh thyme that I pulled off of the stems here, okay? And each layer, some thyme. And we are going to do, I'm just gonna pour some of this over, about a third, not all of it, because remember, we need to save some of it for the next couple of layers. Okay, so here's about a third of that. And now I want to show you our grater. So Pampered Chef redesigned our cheese graters a couple of seasons ago. So now we have a double grater. On the one side, it is our coarse grater for your soft cheeses like mozzarella, cheddar, right? And on the other side is your fine grater for your hard cheeses. Both come with a protective cover, and it also comes with this container. The container is a 2-cup capacity and actually has measurement marks on the container so you know how much cheese you're grating. And you can either grate it on the container like so. So you would grate your cheese on the container so it falls right into the container. Or you can grate it on a cutting mat. And it also comes with a cheese holder so that you don't have to worry about grating your fingers. So I'm going to share a tip with you. When you are grating soft cheese like mozzarella or cheddar, or in this case, Fontina cheese, because Fontina is on the soft side, you want to put it in the freezer, put your cheese in the freezer for about 15 minutes before you're going to grate it, because it will get it a little bit harder so you don't have to worry about it getting really mushy. If you've ever tried to grate super soft mozzarella cheese or cheese, cheddar cheese that's been sitting out on your counter for a little bit, it can be a little bit mushy. So when you use our coarse grater, you see how easy it grates once you put it in the freezer. And as I mentioned, as you get down to the end, you can do one of two things. You can put the holder on it like so, okay? So that you don't grate your fingers, or you can grate at your own risk. And I don't advise that, because I'll be honest, I did do that once, and my family was not happy with me. Let's just say I may or may not have grated some of my fingernail. Okay, so we're gonna do about a third of cheese. So like I said, I have some sharp cheddar. I have some Fontina cheese. We're gonna put right over that first layer. And now I'm gonna do some more potatoes. We're gonna do another layer of potatoes here. Okay, here's another layer of potatoes, okay? And I did spray before I should say, I did spray this cast iron baker with a little bit of oil to prevent the potatoes from sticking. So there's our second layer. And we got a salt and pepper using our salt and pepper shakers. Okay, salt and pepper. And then we are going to pour a third of this last bit of cream, actually a half of this last bit of cream over the top, and we'll save the last half for the top, okay? And then some of the thyme. Okay, and some of the cheese. So this ooey gooey deliciousness, we're almost done here. Okay, and then we're gonna do the last layer of potatoes on top. Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. So the other thing I wanted to mention is what kind of potatoes is it suggested that you use? And what I was reading is that they do suggest that you use a potato like a russet potato. You do not want to use a potato with a waxy exterior because you want more starch in the casserole. That the starch is what leads it to be creamy. So the starchier the potato, the better. And it was suggested that we use a russet potato, or what's often referred to as a baking potato. I know that there are some other types of potatoes, red potatoes out there, but it is suggested that you use russet potatoes versus red potatoes. And now we're just going to top it with the rest of our cream mixture. Okay, we'll get it all into the nooks and the crannies. Okay, so here we go. Okay, put that in the sink and top it with the rest of our thyme. And we're not going to do our cheese, the rest of our cheese just yet. We are going to cover it with aluminum foil, and we're going to put it in a 350-degree oven. This cooks for about 75 minutes in a 350-degree oven. And then after 75 minutes, we'll take it out. We'll take the aluminum foil off. We'll cover it with the rest of our cheese here, and then we'll let it cook until it's bubbly, another 5 to 10 minutes. And then our potatoes au gratin will be done. So I hope that you enjoyed this recipe demonstration of potatoes au gratin. If you have any questions about any of the products I used in the video, please let me know, and I hope you all have a very pampered night. Bye.